Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome back. We're here with another episode. I just got finished recording that other one, so we're just going to get right into this next one. Don't want to ramble on too much. So, today, not today, what am I talking about? This one was on March 27th, so it was just the day after the last one. This one I did 3.5 miles, and my average pace was 8:19, so it was a lot better than the run before. I couldn't decide if I wanted to run, because it was a little bit later at night, and my homework kind of got in the way. I know it was spring break, and I had to do homework, which I really didn't want to do. And I found out that it wasn't as much as I thought it was, and so I decided to go on a run because my brother forced me to. Because I was like, oh, I don't know if I should, and then he's like, just go on a run. I was like, okay, fine. I didn't really want to run in the neighborhood, but I did anyways, and so it ended up being a really good run. So I did a few stretches before I got there, and then as I walk to the start, because I don't start like right at my house, I like walk up the cul-de-sac, and then I go. What else? A bit later, pace was kind of insane. I don't know what it was, but I was just kind of feeling it, I guess. I mean, I went and I drank a good amount of water that day, but I don't know. Pace was just really good. It was some nice weather. Let's see. I'm like jumping all over the place. Not really. We got technically 4 cul-de-sacs in my neighborhood. Like it's only 3 if you don't include mine. And so I did the first one. So we have like mine's here. Then you have one that's like just across the way. Then you have one that's a little farther. Then you have one that's kind of towards the end of the neighborhood. Obviously, I didn't do mine. I did the first one, I skipped the second one, and then I did the last one. And so that's what gave me only 3.5. And then, so, let's see. I only took breaks at turnaround spot, which was just like, right, I'd gone through the last cul-de-sac, and I ran up it and stopped there to retie it. Nothing really interesting happened. I think there was one spot where I thought I saw like a shadow or something. But obviously it was a little darker, so I got a little spooked by it. I don't know what it was. It wasn't anything, but it was just my mind playing tricks on me, I guess. I saw lots of deer just because of how late it was. I saw, that's it. This is the kind of interesting part, the special part of this one, is I was getting towards the end, and I was like just about to go down my cul-de-sac, and I realized I was only at like 2.4. And I wanted to get a little bit more than I wanted to get more than 2.5, because that's barely anything, at least for me. And so I went past my starting point and continued to go, and there's a small little playground in our neighborhood, so I ran to that, turned around there. I had like a crazy kick song going, even as I was passing like my cul-de-sac. When I decided to keep going, I had a crazy song going there. I had a crazy song on the way back too. My pace was running. I was running at like 7:40, which was insane. And as I was going, I absolutely sent it. Like once I got back to my cul-de-sac, I absolutely sent it down that bitch. Excuse my language, but like I absolutely sent it. I was just going full speed. I was making sure to I don't want to lean too far forward because I don't want to fall over. But when you're going down a hill, especially a steep one, you want to lean forward because it just carries that momentum. Because if you lean back, you're like putting on the brakes. So I was absolutely sent it down there. Once I got into my cul-de-sac, I like let out a loud scream, and I'm pretty sure I set off some of the neighbors' dogs, which was kind of fun. Excuse me. Sorry, I haven't eaten since I did my run today. I got towards the end, and I was only at 3.28, which was kind of bothering me. And I even went inside and like sat down and ended my run on my watch, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back out. So I absolutely sent it. Like, absolutely sent it. I was running at, like, 4:50 pace, which I found out was, like, the pace of, like, the one dude that ran the marathon in under 2 hours, a Kipchoge guy or whatever. Like, the fact that he was able to keep that up for 26 miles is kind of insane. But, like, through, like, my watch or whatever, the app has, like, a little fancy badge that you get. So, yeah, I was, like, absolutely sending it. It's, like, the steepest cul-de-sac. Ours is, like, the steepest one, and it's kind of the longest one, too. And, like, relative to the steepness, like, there's other ones that are longer that aren't as steep, This one is the longest one and the steepest one. At least that's what I feel. When I was looking at my stats for it at the end, my watch can measure my stride length. It's not the most accurate because it's like not on my foot. Because the brand that my watch is, it's Koros or whatever, and they have like a pod you can like put on your foot, and they can like measure stuff more accurately. But I was looking at the stats on my phone, and my average, like my stride length, just for the final, like the second part that I did, when I sent it up the cul-de-sac and came down, was the average height of my mother. She's like 5'2", 5'3", and I was running that with each stride that I was doing, which was kind of insane. And I had Kickstart My Heart for my final kick. It's a staple, on the Tuah Podcast. It's one of, if not the best running song of all time, at least in my opinion. But I don't know what you guys think, but it's one good. There are some other good ones out there, but I genuinely think that one is the best one. That's it for this one. Peace out, guys.